Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the market, a good week. It's Friday, October 3rd. We're going to review the 0-day options today I took on SPY and the small account challenge. I didn't chart again today. I was watching Eric's and Emperor's, and theirs were actually pretty different today. Kind of reminded me of when I chart. Sometimes I have lines that are kind of between there too. Kind of interesting, but yeah, theirs were a little different today. We'll start with Emperor's. Link for Eric's Discord's in the description. He's SPY day trading on YouTube. You check out his videos. Pretty interesting, insightful. Yeah, Friday, gotta be careful on a Friday. Wednesday was pretty off for me. Yesterday wasn't as bad. And so, yeah, came in today. Price action to me was better today. We had a lot of volume pick up right around 1 o'clock. Big seller came in and just introduced a lot of volume to the market, which helps usually always. Volatility increased, but also cleaner price action, less time to build liquidity, and so I guess it just appeases our nature to not be patient. Maybe that's why. I'm not sure. But anyways, here are Emperor's trades. Looks like he actually had a red trade here, which I mean, potentially he cut it here before he went red, but I've never seen him mark a trade that looked like it went red. I didn't take any trades in here. Where did I think about taking a trade? I thought about taking it here, but to me the risk reward was not great on the retest here. It was too small. If it grinded down or came up and then came down and retest this gold, I was going to take it, but just a little retest. Well, oh, okay, for the small account. I maybe took one on the big account here, actually. Yeah, I did actually. Wait, hold on. They're justifying why I didn't take it, but I think I maybe actually did take this one. Was there another one I didn't take? That happens so often to me where I don't take them because it's like such a small risk reward, so I'm just used to that being my go-to. But I think actually I did grab this one. So this one was, yeah, tight range because time day was right here. So I hadn't, well, I guess this one did complete the cup, but for this to be a handle, just one candle is kind of silly. And my really down here is where I'd want my stop to be. I mean, it wouldn't be, but anyways, I think I did get one on here. I don't know if it was on the small or not. No, yeah, this was on the big account. I just got one contract, which I like. You can make more with less oftentimes because you're just clear of mind. But yeah, I picked one up somewhere in there. Let's see. Yeah, it was just one. 1027. Yeah, so on that red account, on the retest, I just got one. And since I only got one, and it was kind of not a chase, but tight structure, I'd say. Yeah, I closed it once it broke this blue. So this was the bottom of this blue. It broke it there, I closed it. It was a nice little green trade though, from 670 to 770. So $100, 20%, whatever that is. Given it did keep going, and that would have been one for runners. But I didn't have any, so no sweat there. Built some nice liquidity on this bull flag here. As you can see though, this line was down here and then it broke it. I didn't get not jinxed, I didn't get trapped like I did yesterday, at least not this time. Because I kind of saw this coming. The structure wasn't great for an inverse head and shoulder. This now looked like a better head, and also a retest on the top of that resistance, so I could see that as a nice support bounce. I'm not sure if this pink was in there by then, or this red. Maybe. It's so obvious at the end of the day, because the lines do get moved a bit, and we see all the price action. I think I got calls there somewhere around here. Yeah. Okay, so I got calls right here. So yeah, happy with my trades today. 1141. It was on the big account. I actually got two. Wow. So yeah, okay, magenta was here now that I'm remembering it. It was a long day. It was like 2 separate days. Actually, middle of the day, I wasn't on my computer at all, which wasn't good because today was actually a pretty good day for trading. Anyways, we'll get to that. 1141. We had a bounce on magenta. This yellow wasn't here. It's also top of, yeah, this pink was here too. I remember. This looked like a nice little inverse head, and a retest on the top of prior resistance. And so with this one, first take profit's going to be top of the teal. It's close, but that's just where you got to take it in case, this is what does on the flush through. So I thankfully had 2 on the small account, which I don't typically. Got it for 15 cents, 673. So out of the money. Sorry about that. $6.73, so out of the money a little bit. Got 2 of them. Closed one at 11:48 right here. So on the test of the top of that channel. And yeah, this time it did actually break out. So didn't get trapped by this because, like I said, this did come out and then come back down. So first one I closed there. I think I got on the big account. Potentially also. I only got one. Let's see, 1043. Oh, I had a stop in there maybe. Yeah. 43 to 54. Oh, I was trying to catch a retracement trade. I got it right here. Breaking blue. Puts, and then my stop out was breaking this line, which was down here then. So yeah, that retracement didn't work. Anyways, yeah, closed one here, and then so that was 15 cents to 21 cents. The next one was 27 cents, and I closed it. Oh, I closed it there also. Oh, I closed it here. Okay, yeah, on that green candle. This is the second, yeah, the second potential for here or retest of the high, which was kind of the same thing on that green candle. So I did close one more there. Looks like Emperor opened up there, which you could have. It was a real small little retrace. I wasn't comfortable with it here. If it retraced back down to magenta, I would have liked it, or if it made a little structure and maybe found gold as support or something. But yeah, I guess small position, and we've got pretty tight stops, so whatever works for you. But yeah, I closed them there. The second one was 27 cents, so nice little first trade. Small account. It was 2 for 2 today. Sweetness. Big account. Yeah, I'm actually pretty green on the big account too. Not bad. Not bad for a Friday especially. Fridays can trap me. 240. Yeah, 1141 to 1146. 1150. 1141, 1146, 11. Yeah, I got the same one here. So this one I was able to, I think I held, let me see. I maybe didn't hold on this one either. 59. 59 is my last exit. Okay, so I did. Yeah, since I had 3 on the big account, it was 1 exit, 2 exit, and then breaking blue was my last exit. So literally on that candle right there once it broke blue. So nice thing about those precision algos. Because sometimes this will just keep grinding up and it's hard to hold because once that thing gets very profitable, you just want to take the profits. But yeah, you know, it could have broken and then kept going, which it does, which it did. Where did it do that? Did it right somewhere back here on me? Yeah, right here. Broke it and then kept going. But for me, that was fine because that was my runner. Yeah, so third profit was right there on the big one. Not bad. Yeah, we'll review all these. There's not a whole lot. There is actually a couple good percentage ones in there. Well, today we had some pretty big moves, relatively, like tight day, and then it got big. Right here, 207. Yeah, okay, 207. I got 2. Yeah, so I'm kind of scaled down. Especially once the volatility picked up, that's when I scaled down. 207 to 211. I was in calls. This was almost 100% on that one. Okay, yeah, so I missed the break on this magenta. So it broke magenta, didn't break with any kind of volume or selling pressure. I think I stepped away somewhere in here. Yeah, I was away when this happened. I saw it on my phone and I wasn't prepared. I just kind of let it go. But yeah, breaking magenta and then with teal as your stop would have been very nice. Could have even gotten on the retrace. I don't think this teal was here. I'm not even sure if either guys were charting, being in the middle of the day on a Friday. But just lacked continuation to the upside. It built liquidity here, broke it, and then just was building it again. And magenta was tapering. This is a tapering algo, and then it was tapering even more here, which they didn't draw. Oh, I guess this gold. You don't see as a resistance, but there's a resistance on gold. So yeah, lack continuation. should have some sort of mean reversion or retracement. And once it broke magenta, then you have teal here for your stops. Wasn't like a clean head and shoulders or something you could pick up, but teal, and then also breaking back into this bullish controlled selling, this pink right here. That would have been another clue. I think Emperor took, well, he took the break on the upside of it, which, yeah, but I think he even took a breaking in the same direction. Didn't do that today? Maybe he didn't. Oh yeah, right here. So same sort of principle. It was selling in blue, and then it got more aggressive and started selling in green. So he got puts there. Usually I don't take these. I did see this. I ran back to my desk, wasn't able to grab it. But yeah, same principle there. It's also breaking the selling algo right here, as you see. Just like it broke the blue one here, broke the pink one here. Both of them are selling, and then it just got more aggressive. So another good indicator on that is the big volume. And it actually came in the candle before. Little stop hunt out of teal. And then also after it bounced off of that pink, even though it broke magenta. A little stop out there, increased volume, and the next candle, a lot of volume. Big full body candle. So for me, I wasn't like super jumpy on it just because we saw it gold. And I think on Eric's chart, we had another one down here. So I didn't just go ahead and just chase it, I guess, at this point. Yeah, without structure, this is retracement. So really, it could have just stopped right here, and this could have been inverse head for this shoulder up here. So I let this one go. I came back to my desk and kind of watched it from like here. This is another break in that pink. As you see, the pink and the blue are breaking right there. The same pink one. Yeah, it did build up a little FOMO in me though. No question. Just seeing this go and me not catching any of it. And then even the bounce, you know, I didn't catch the bounce either. Like I didn't catch the bounce or I didn't catch a lot of this stuff. Where'd I even go? Yeah, I kind of just let it go. So this had hindsight's nice. It's nice retrace to gold. I don't know if it was quite this clean when this was happening. There might have been some more lines in here that, if it retraced back up to teal, I would have been more interested for that being my stop. The fact that it's here, I didn't have a clear stop. He did draw in blue, but I guess this teal could have been, but yeah, I hadn't completed the inverse cup yet. I thought that, this could still be a bull flag. I don't know. The bounce there could have gotten on the green. That's a little risky. So anyways, this came down. Now this is the trade I probably should have caught. I even set it in my head. Nice head and shoulders with a mini head and shoulder. You've got your head, your shoulder, grabbed it, bounced, made a little mini head and shoulder, and perfectly retested magenta as resistance. So this one I should have been in. Again, my risk, I didn't know how to manage my risk on this setup, even though it's a nice setup, and that's sometimes keeps me from getting in the trade, gets me too skittish. Sometimes it saves me, sometimes I miss out. So I think I missed this whole thing too. Yeah. So this came down, broke low of day. Yeah, actually, I had a red trade right in here, unfortunately. So you can imagine the FOMO that built up here, especially after how clear that ended up looking. And it's doing what I've said it before. Like sometimes it won't fully complete the cup. It'll make a nice structure just before it does, and then it'll grab that liquidity and just flush through the inverse cup and not actually bounce on low a day, but low a day it actually just flushing through. So it completes all it needs to for the handle before it even gets to the bottom. And usually there's an algo or something drawn here, a different channel, but in this case I don't think there really was. Maybe gold actually if you extended this. I'm not sure. On Eric's. Yeah, Eric's didn't have it either. So yeah, one of those. I don't really know how to manage my risk. An entry here on the retrace of gold would have been nice, but again, yeah, up there. So it came down. I actually got what I do. Oh, I wanted to get calls here, and I don't know if I didn't get a fill or I just didn't, just for the retrace. It came up here. This is a trade I don't normally take. This was a bit of a, yeah, it was a bit of a risky trade. So I guess you could say it was retesting magenta and gold here, but he didn't even have those drawn at that point, and to me, I'm not even seeing that as a prior support, so I don't know about those. To me, it was more potentially it's still selling in this blue. So I actually got puts like on this candle, I think somewhere around here, with blue being my stop. Came up, this candle stopped me out, so it opened above the line, and then it actually ended up, and it went green, and then actually closed it down there. So a little bit off the blue. If it stayed a little further in, I would have caught that little move. I was actually planning on catching this move and then that move. That was totally what I was thinking. I'm like, I want to get calls for this retrace, but I think it's probably going to bounce back down and grab support again, which this is pretty I don't know, common. But if it broke through here, then sure, to keep flushing. But oftentimes you'll get kind of a retest. And so yeah, I got puts there, stopped out, which kind of sucked. I think that was on the very precious. No, it wasn't. Wait. No, I was on the big account. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I did get calls right here though. With retrace, with magenta being my support. Let's see, 235. What? Oh, is that just with the big account? Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a crazy trade. Okay, let me just show you this one really quick on the big account. Yeah. 2 o'clock to 2:02. What? That was the stop. Looked like that was green though. Oh no, that was the little red trade. Okay. And then calls 207. Yeah, this was the one that was almost 100%. And you'll see the 207 literally right on this candle. Right after this candle showed me a wick there. I jumped in. Got 2 calls. Closed the first. Did I close them both right there? Yeah. Being that this is a retracement trade, I was pretty quick. So $3.80 to $7.10. Closed one here, and then closed the second one there. So I did miss this move up, but given its retracement, blue wasn't drawn there. I suppose I could have had my second stop be on the blue, which this one went up another probably 120%, I'd say, to VWAP. So would have been nice, but yeah, I only had 2 on that one, and this was like 80%. So I was satisfied with the outcome. We only had 2. I didn't want to hold 50% for kind of a runner. Yeah, so close them both. Right there. 380, 710. The second one was 690. And then... Oh, okay. Yep. Puts at 232. Weird. Okay, yeah. This head and shoulders, but given being a Friday, it's going to wedge into close, which it did. So I've got a shoulder here. You had a retrace. This is VWAP. Yeah. Nice little head and shoulder, mini head and shoulders. So I didn't quite get it on a good fill on this, but I did get some on this candle and then ended up closing them all, I think, just in that grind. Because I just wasn't sure if we're going to have continuation today. 32, 33, yeah, 115 to 150, 160. And then actually, yeah, the last 3 I had a little loss on, 115 to 105. So yeah, and then a little lotto at the end of the day with $100. But yeah, so big account's good. Glad I didn't trade through this grind. Small account is good. My trade on the small account was at 235. Oh yeah, this one was crazy. So it came up. I actually put an order in up here to buy it, a limit order. It didn't fill. It came all the way down. They went up like 40%, I think, in this move. Just this like candle or two. I left the limit order there just in case it filled me. It did on this candle. The limit order that was from way up here. It just showed like that the range here was large and the spread was wide and the volatility was pretty big. So I got just filled on one of these random candles. Yeah, on this candle, 235. It reached up, filled me for 27 cents. And literally the next minute on this candle, it was up to 38 cents. I don't even know where on that candle, but I closed one because it was whatever, 30 something percent. Like, I'm just gonna close one of these. 38%. And it might not have a continuation because it might be bouncing on this gold. Just in this liquidity chop. And then the next one I just did a break-even stop at 27 cents, which literally stopped the next, oh no, I guess 2 minutes later. So on this candle, it stopped me out. So kind of got lucky on that one, I guess. I'm glad I was able to get out. I guess having the limit order just kind of sit there. If it actually retraced back up to where I put it in, this probably would have been down like 40%. Because it filled me like here and it didn't retrace up at all. So I got a little fortune on that one, I guess. But yeah, small account. Just ping-ponging back and forth. Back up 30 bucks today. There are the trades. And happy to end the weekend like that. This was a rough week. Thanks for sticking with it, guys. Hope you have a good weekend. Take a nice rest, do some meditation, come back reset, refreshed, and patient for Monday. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money 6 round. See you then. Peace out.